Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Good morning, harassment dude. Yes, I thought so. How are you doing? I don't discourage anyone from coming into my chat, no matter who they hate, okay? But there's a couple of people that are not allowed in here at all, and of course, I'm sure you'll see throughout the day which ones are not allowed in here. Yeah, Sam is not allowed in here. Nikki is not allowed in here. Tally is not allowed in here. I have mods that'll take care of all this if need be. As you see, I have a little fire going over here, and I have a pretty good sized pork loin ready to go on that fire once the wood gets burnt down. I always like to get the coals in it first. Well, good morning, Ruben. How are you? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Yeah, Jose's digging his grave deeper by the day. I hate to say it, but you know, not only the little lies and things he's told on me, but he's going outside of YouTube and harming people in real life. You know, like Mad Mac. I don't know if you saw Mad Mac's video, but Jose's doing some very despicable dirt to people. Well, I don't really know. Hang on, nope. Is it sideways? It might be. Let me see if I can turn it. Let me see. If it cuts me off, y'all come back, okay? Because it might when I turn it. Did that turn it? Did that turn it any? Well, I'm not sure. I've got this thing in a holder, and I didn't bring the tripod out. Yeah, that's what I thought, you know, and using... Well, we're going to have to turn it the other way. Alrighty. Apple makes things ass backward, you guys, so let's deal with it as we get to it. Let's try that. How's that going to work? Is that any better? See my fire? Okay, let's try that, people. I'm using, well, I flip-flop around is what it is on my things that I stream with. You know, on account of our little haters in here that decide they want to play with your stuff. And no, Andrew is not controlling Jose's channel. Actually, Tally is. He did it while he was here, is why I know. Tally stays on the phone with him like 24 motherfucking-7, telling him what to do, how to do it. Tally told him to make the lies up about me. Tally was telling him to come get in my bed. I heard things, you know, when he talked to him on the phone. You can hear around here. We're up on a hill, and you can just hear everything going on. And Yeah, she's still floating around. I'm gonna just call you JS. How's that sound? JS. That's gonna be your name for today. Yeah, she's still floating around, following the coattails and the. Um, I'm trying to think of the new word that everybody in the Boyd's been using for people like Jose and Nikki. Clout. They use other people's channels for clout. Now, Ruben, VP, JS, did you happen to meet um, Justin? I'm not doxing because I'm not putting a last name to it, so, but his name is Justin, but he puts different names up when he goes on people's live streams. And yes, that is Jose's real brother. Hell, they even got the same teeth. They, not the same forehead. From the eyes down, they look like identical twins. The other guy has a taller, much bigger forehead. But yeah, and of course Jose says, I asked Jose about that being his brother, and Jose's words were, y'all will believe anything. No, and then those teeth. I mean, how many people can have Jose's jacked up bottom teeth? Only people in the same freaking household with the same freaking genes. That's the only one's going to have those kind of teeth, I can tell you that. Reuben, Reuben, look, I want people's families. Harassing anybody's family, by the way. I don't bother anybody's family. I don't go outside of YouTube with anything, period. But they do. They get your information, and then they call your families, your neighbors. Uh, they call your lawyer if you've got a court case going on like I do. They call the judges, and look what they did to Mike Dibble. You know, look what they're doing. Look what they're attempting to do in my court case. Of course, everything plays out in here. It's because the other people, they themselves do this to other people, and so other people in return do it back into them. It's, you know, it's in the Bible. To do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And basically these rules fall on YouTube very heavily, and a lot of people use these rules. I don't. I'm not taking anything outside of YouTube. I don't really care enough about any of those people to call their family or, you know, call their job and harass them on their job. Did you not see them, Reuben? Uh, did you not see my video when they actually sent the police here to do a well check on me? That wasn't the bad part about it. That was a prank. The bad part about it is what they told the police when they made the call. The police said this was a female made this call, okay? And just prior to it, Nikki came in her name and said that the police were on their way, that she called them and they were on their way and they would be here in a minute. Okay, so what she told the police when she made the call is if they show up here, then I'm going to kill them all. You know, they could have pulled up in here. Y'all might have seen my demise right here on YouTube on live video, because they could have pulled up in here blasting freaking bullets. Yeah, well, she denies it. She says it wasn't her, but it was her name, that came into my chat and said she did it. But she denies it now, of course. I just gave the police the information I had that I knew. Then it was her that came in and said that she called them, and they said they verified that it was female. So that's just an example. Uh, Reuben, and I mean, yeah, I can give you other examples, but that's a big one that actually pertains to me. So, yeah, I remember Toyota and Beetlejuice and Oompa Loompa. Good morning, Carlos. Carlos, I have a fire going. Can you see it in the grill? Yep. I've got a pork loin, and I've got it soaking up in its little juices and spices and things right now. Uh, Marinating while I'm waiting for cabinet doors that I want to actually make. Good morning, Bob. How are you, honey? Happy Friday. Hell yeah. See, if I was back in the working world, Friday would be a big deal because that would be payday. Oh, I can't wait till I get back up to Colorado. Maybe we'll meet up when I get there. I do plan Colorado, well, as long as it's not wintertime. Now, if it's bullseye, I'll go to Colorado, then I come back down the west coast, down toward the south. So, eventually I'll get there. But if it's wintertime, ooh, I'm not going to tempt that. I tempted that. I did it one winter. And it was, oh man, there was snow and ice. I had to drive 20 miles an hour for 1,200 miles from here to Pueblo. Normally, I can make it in a day, driving straight through, but it took me, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to get there. But you just couldn't drive very fast. Oh, you got an hour break. That's nice, Bob. Yeah, they're giving a little bit longer breaks nowadays than they usually do at jobs. That always comes in handy. Oh, I had a great birthday. You want to see? I brought my, well, Red Road Homestead sent me 8 tubs with lids, which I'm packing food in. I'm not going to bring those out and show you, you know, what plastic tubs look like. But I thank her dearly. And look, check this out. Look at this. Isn't this nice? Evan, my hubby, sent to me. And it is, oh man, it is super. It's what it is, it's a Bluetooth speaker. And it's made of wood. And it's got 4 speakers on it. And it goes really loud. You can actually put an SD card into it and play music directly from an SD card. You can plug it with a cord direct to your radio or device and play it direct without using Bluetooth, or you can connect to Bluetooth. I'm not connecting today because I don't want the Bluetooth interfering in my live stream. And also want to thank, I had some people that, yes, isn't that sweet? Oh yeah, he is such a great hubby. He asked me what I wanted, and I couldn't think of anything. And he said, well, I'll just surprise you. And he surprised me with a great gift, I tell you. But anyway, I want to thank all my people that donated contributions, because I went and I got it. Yes, it's real wood. And I have an electric heater that's the same wood. It looks just like that. So that's going to match and blend in with everything real good. But anyway, I had some contributors that contributed me some funds for my birthday, and I got cake and I got ice cream, and I also picked up all my meds. And well, I don't swing on tires anymore, and I don't have little children around here. Tire swings are in the yard or for when you have little children around, you know. And basically all my grandkids and stuff, they're all getting pretty big. They've outgrown tire swings. The kids in my family, they prefer to ride on four-wheelers and uh, we call those dirt bikes and that things. Yeah, I had a really great birthday, Bob. I really did. And I went out yesterday and got some supplies I needed and went and picked up the monthly food load from the church. And I'm not going to have the time this week to go get it delivered, so my son's supposed to come and he's going to pick up the food and go take it and deliver it to people for me, because usually I go out where he lives and it's about maybe 30-45 minutes from here. Well, I don't know. Sean may be sleeping in. No, Sean's at work. This is Friday. Sean's at work today, Aquaberry. He may come in if I'm still on when he gets off work or he gets a break. But yeah, Sean should be at his job. He has got a real good job and he loves it. And I'm. But he'll come in if he gets a chance. If he sees I'm live, he'll drop in. Yeah, he had a live stream the other day right after I did, but I had so much to do when I don't always make everybody's live streams. I don't get on them. I don't make most of them at night because I'm usually in bed asleep. Oh yeah, yeah. Sean's really happy with his new job, and he makes sure that he gets up and gets to his job early, not just on time. He likes to get there early. So, yeah, he's I'm most definitely, like I said, he's in Canada, so their time frame's a little different than mine, but I'm sure by now he's at work. I really enjoy it when I have some good things to say about people. But Sean's a hard worker. I've known him a real long time. He's always been a lot of fun online too. Uh, are you from Sean's stream, Aquaberry? Are you from his channel? Sean doesn't really have a community. He's kind of his own community. Uh, you know, some people do that. They don't really get involved with other people's communities. Sean doesn't really get around to a lot of communities very much. Doesn't seem like. So I don't really think he's in a community, you know, like we are here with all these other, 500 other people intermingling. So what's good, everybody? Everybody having good weather these days? I guess it's going to take a while for my firewood to actually burn down today. I don't use any kind of a starting fluid or anything on it, so I burn it. I start it by hand with twigs and leaves. So it's still over there kind of smoldering. I hear the crows are caw-caw-cawing. I've been using that tub down there to rake up some leaves and put them in the fire down there to get the twigs and stuff a going. Leaves. Got more peppers coming on out. And of course I let them dry. I'm drying them out so that I can use the dried pepper part in things I cook, and I've de-seeded them. I've got the seeds drying out, and they were like a medium pepper. I licked one of them, and my tongue burnt for quite a while afterwards. So they're pretty decently hot. They're not as hot as a habanero, but they're pretty hot. They're warm enough to spice up your food with. And so I'm just drying out the outer part of the pepper, and I'm gonna, when it's dry, I'll crumble it up and put it into a jar that I can add into chilies and things that need a little spicing up, or some cheese dip, or whatever I would like to put it in, you know. And I still have a few pink tomatoes coming on this plant over here. We've still got some big boys coming on, and the bell peppers are starting to produce now. So we'll see if they get on them or not. And I still have the one little bitty eggplant out there. I'm not even sure if it's going to do anything. It hasn't died yet, but it doesn't seem to be growing very well. So, but the plant itself looks like it has some new growth on the top of it, so maybe it'll take off. I did take the old ash out of the fire pit and put it over into the garden the other day when I cleaned it out. Looks like we got a red vine. They're coming snooping to see what the fire's all about. I'm drinking orange juice this morning. I've already had some coffee and cookies. Yeah, we hear you, birds. Good morning, Lori. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling well today. I went out yesterday to get the pipe. I wanted to get a new iron pipe for my table, to put my table back up inside my camper. Well, it needed an 1.5-inch pipe, and the hardware store did not have the iron pipe in 1.5 inches, okay? So what I did was I got a PVC, I had to get a couple of adapter pieces that actually fit down into the hole to set the pipe into. And so I think it's going to work out real well, and I'll paint it and make it match my paint inside. My problem is I've still got to go back to the hardware store because I forgot to buy screws, and I think I've got a couple of bucks left, enough maybe to get screws. I got to get 16 screws. Oh, yeah, I hope you get to feeling better. Yeah, I had a friend here that had loose, other than, you know, stuff, hot dogs and bologna and, you know, chicken and tuna. I would really like to make some salmon patties sometime this month. Actually, with a big old pot of extra cheesy macaroni and cheese, and some sweet peas for the vegetable. I don't cook big blown out meals just for myself, but I like to eat right, and not that I eat right every day, and not that I eat right all day, but I do prepare meals so that I can eat decent. It pretty much holds up, and it lasts me all month, because I'm not big on eating meat anyway. And if it is, I usually I like white meat, like chicken, turkey, white meat. I'm not. Okay, y'all. Hey, Juana, how you doing? Good morning, good to see you. I had to go down stoke the fire up a little bit. I'm cooking a pork loin on the grill. Ooh, that sounds good, Lori. Well, it looks like the internet connection straightened out a little bit. Yeah, I've got this one soaking up in some good juices and spices right now. Yeah, it's a pork loin, Juana. Usually what I do is I'll take part of it and I'll cook some potatoes and carrots and peas in it, and I'll make a roast out of part of it, and I'll take part of it and I'll cut it up and shred it up and make barbecue sandwiches out of it throughout the week. Lori, I made this smoker. Actually, it was a smoker I bought, one of those charbroilers. The bottom of it rusted out. I didn't have money to go buy another one, so I dug out 6 cubic yards of dirt in a pit in the ground, and then I took and put patio blocks around it, planted some flowers around that to make it pretty, and I took the top off the frame, set it down inside the patio blocks, and I've been cooking on this for several years now. Oh, that sounds good, Juana. I love coleslaw. Is my favorite. I usually go to Walmart or down here to Harps and pick up a tub of that they make them there in their deli. The only thing with the deli made coleslaws is, to me, they actually don't put very much carrot in it. Not that you need a lot. Yes, yes, I made the smoker myself out of my old smoker that rusted out and burned up. I just took it off the frame, and it's got the cast iron grates, and it's got a handle down there that you can pick them up and lift you know lift them back and forth off the fire thing. So I had one of those, Lori, when I lived in Texas. Actually, a guy sold it to me for $250, and it was two of those 250-gallon propane tanks welded together, and it had a 50-gallon one welded on the end for a firebox. And actually, no fire ever gets near the meat in one made like that. The fire's all in the firebox, and the heat and the smoke goes through the pit and up and out the vent, and that's what cooks the meat. Oh yeah, me too, Wanna Wonder. And I love, back in many years ago, my grandmother used to make her coleslaw, and how she made her dressing that she mixed in it was simply mayonnaise and sugar. And it that's actually, it makes it's a really good coleslaw mixture. Actually, I'll probably bring out a few hot dogs and put on there to have uh, snack on for lunch today while the pork loin's cooking. I'll throw a few little extra somethings on there so that me and the dogs can snack. I'll put plenty on there so the boys can have a couple of hot dogs too. Hang on, I'll take this. I'll take this thing down here and show you the fire pit. I just gotta watch this cover so it don't flop down over the camera. See, I've got a bunch of leaves on there right now, getting it going. But there it is. I planted these, I call them a fan plant, but they're some kind of a daylily. It's like a wild lily, I don't know. They're pretty though. And I got a couple of other little flowers around here that I put around it. But see, I just dug the hole out. And see, there's the grates, and there's the little handle that I don't remember if she put vinegar in it or not. But anyway, once this wood, this is good barbecuing wood in there. There's some peach and hickory. Anyways, kind of mixed up wood I've got in there. The leaves are just to get it going. Oh, this is in my yard right next to my garden. See, the garden's right here. Those are the bell peppers right there. And I think I've got one more out here. See that big tall one out in the middle there? That's a bell pepper. All the bell peppers got really tall, and these other peppers they stayed short. I'm gonna see if it's wet because I watered earlier. And see the peppers I have growing in there. I've already picked a batch. There's peppers on several of these. There's another big one over here. Hang on, let me see if I can get around over here to it. There's a big pepper there, and there's another one in here somewhere that anyway, there's a lot of peppers hanging here. I've still got tomatoes making. The peppers seem to be the last thing. There's peppers in there making. And these are just now making, see? But these, see how tall they are? They're almost as tall as I am. And that's my bell peppers there. And I've still got tomatoes coming on my tomato plants. This is the plant here. I don't know what it is. It grew up in here, and I just let it grow, and it's a great big bush. It's got some little tiny flowers on it. There's one big bush, whatever it is. I'm not even sure. I just thought it was a weed and it was pretty, so I left it grow. And these are tomato plants here that I planted for the late garden, and they're blooming. So they'll be putting out tomatoes. I'm not sure what kind they are. I had several kinds I planted. And the peach tomato has still got, or pink tomato, still got tomatoes making on it. And of course it's putting out more new growth, more new tomatoes. And I'll show you the big leaf plant up here. It still hasn't bloomed yet, but look how big it is. Look how tall. Isn't it pretty? It's huge. And then here's my tomato plants that are growing in nothing but water with compost in it. And I'm not sure if they're gonna get to bloom before this year's played out or not. They're getting a little spindly. I need to set a wire basket around them, I guess, just to support them a little bit. But that tomato plant there is about played out. But anyway, that's pretty much what's left of the garden. There's the fire starting to blaze up a little bit. If my table was down there closer. Good morning, Attic. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. We've been having a pretty good stream today. I'm setting that back down. But I just thought I'd show y'all a little bit of the update. Okay, hang on a minute. Oh, you're chilling with some friends, Lori? Oh, you don't like to drive somewhere when you're not familiar, so you'll fly or take a bus and then rent a car when you arrive. Oh, okay. All right, Lori. You want to know how far? Um, well, I don't know. I don't know how far it is from me and you. I really don't. Um, the bus station, and there's also a Amtrak in Malvern, Lori. And Amtrak is probably the cheapest way to travel. Now, if you take a plane, you'll have to come into Little Rock because that's the nearest public airport to me, and that's about an hour from here. To the airport in Little Rock. Now to Malvern, it's about from me maybe 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you drive. It's not that. But the bus station, we don't have anything here anymore in our city. Malvern's the closest for the bus station for the Greyhound, and also for the Amtrak. Yeah, I'd like to go on an Amtrak sometime. I've never got to ride on an Amtrak train. But yeah, Amtrak's cheaper from they're all in Malvern, which is, like I said, it's about maybe 30 to 45 minutes from here depending on the traffic. The Amtrak and the bus would be the closest rather than the airport. But if you don't feel like riding very far, maybe flying would get you there quicker, but flying's a lot more dangerous. I would say Amtrak. I would take Amtrak. And Amtrak's pretty nice. They've got food. You can actually, I think they even sell alcohol on Amtrak. You can eat and drink. You can actually party on Amtrak when you travel. As far as I know, like I said, I believe they've got a bar and everything. I'm not positive, or they used to, they did. And you'll want to plan depending on whether you want to plan your trip so that you arrive during the daytime. You know, otherwise you'll be arriving at night, in the middle of the night or something. I think you have to schedule your trip a certain way. Oh, okay, Lori, that sounds good. You might even look around while you're here and seeing about buying your van you want too. Well, the vehicles you buy around here aren't usually ate up with rust and stuff from salt and things like you get down south. If you buy vehicles from down south, farther down around the oceans, a lot, and up north, the salt's what eats them up. So either you get down south where there's ocean with salt water, vehicles are rusted out there from salt, and up north they're rusted out from salt because they put salt on the roads to melt the ice and snow. So if you buy a vehicle, a lot of time it's better to buy one that's been driven pretty much around the center part of the United States. Yeah, check it for rust, Lori, too, when you buy one. Look underneath of them and see how rusted out they are. that old big old gaudy van I've got. It ain't much. It's old, but it's not all rusted out, which is pretty good. And rust is a main factor on a lot of things. The frame and whatnot, being bad rusted. Because you don't want to get something with a bent frame. It's been in an accident and the frame's bent, um, or if it's rusted out. Yeah, well, you're gonna probably, no matter what you buy, you're gonna end up putting new tires on it. Right. I always put whatever I buy, it doesn't matter what it is. This old big ugly van of mine's got brand new tires on it. They weren't cheap either because they're 17-inch and they're a big old odd size. But when I bought it, it had like 4 different size tires on it, and they weren't really all that good either. So I put new tires on my camper and a new spare. I always get a new spare too. It's important in case you have a flat. And I guess the main thing to make sure, go buy you when you get a new vehicle, don't depend on those little old jacks that come with them. Buy you a new hydraulic jack. Uh, yeah, you better check and see. Make them show you the receipt on that, Lori, on the new tires, and I've honestly bought brand new tires that laid in the shop, laid in their store so long they didn't last a year because they were dry rotted when I bought it, and when I bought them, that brand new now, and didn't even know it. Yep, wanna. Yep. See, mine's a '96 Ford van. It's an E250, and my tires aren't wearing funny, so I had all my front end parts checked and stuff when I had the tires put on. But I do have I don't know if it's a motor mount or a transmission mount, one or the other. It could be the front transmission mount or the rear motor mount. One of them's wore out because I've noticed a little bouncing. So I'm going to have those motor mounts checked before I go on the road. Yeah, this one's a 250, and it's got the big engine in it, the big 5.8 liter engine. Uh, it's either a Windsor or modified. And when I bought it, now they told me that the motor and the transmission had just been rebuilt, but they didn't show me any proof, so I've just got that to go with, and I'm assuming it does. It seems to run pretty good. Oh, well, that's good, Lori. Yeah, well, he's going to provide all the receipts with it. What kind of van is it, Lori? Do you know right off? Good morning, Dan. Are you on a stop, or are you resting up, or are you driving this morning? Oh, yep, ball joints. Yeah, you got to make them check everything. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one, Lori. Chevys are good vans, and that'll be a 350. It'll either be a 305 or 350, probably a 350 in a van though. You're correct on that. It's going to be a gas guzzler like mine. Is it an XL, Lori? Is it an extra long van? I like mine because it doesn't have windows on one side. It's only got one side, and it's got the side doors is the windows. That's all the windows it's got on either side. Oh, I'm doing good this morning, Dan. I've got a fire. I'm trying to get it to catch and take a hold down there and burn up my... Oh, that's great, Lori. Yeah, I'm making a fire today. I'm going to cook I've got a pork loin wrapped up over here, mellowing out in some good juices and spices, and I'm going to throw that thing on the grill. And I don't know, Dan, but look here. This is, can you see these? I planted the fig seeds in here. Uh-oh. Pour some of that water out. Anyway, I don't know if you can see them, but there's a bunch of little plants coming up in here in this soil, and I'm hoping this is figs. I planted some. I poured some of that out, had too much water in it. Oh yeah, Dan, y'all, I met Dan in person. Dan whipped through my area up here, and I drove out and met him, and we had a nice breakfast, and we got to meet in person. Dan got to see my old clunker van. Yeah, Wanna Wander's got a lot of good tips and things on vehicle repairs. Yeah, so I'm cooking this morning, Dan, and I went and picked up supplies yesterday to build my table back in my camper, except for I forgot to get screws, and I've got to make sure I don't have any. I need 16 screws, 1 inch long, to put the table braces back on it with. The ones that were on there were old and stripped and rusted, and I threw them away, so I need new ones. Yeah, Lori. Yeah, I would like to put a one of those smart fans in. I'm in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Wanna Wander. But I would love to have one of those fans in my van. I'm going to have to do my van one piece at a time like I'm doing everything else. Yeah, we normally don't have a lot of winter here, Wanna. We don't get snow normally, but we'll see. This year we're going to have weird winter, so we'll see what we get this winter. It's been 20 years. I'm expecting us to actually get another ice storm in January. Oh, thank you, Dan, and you're a sweetheart too. I really enjoyed our visit, and I'll catch you when you're coming through again sometime. Stop and we'll hang out for a few minutes again. I know you don't have a lot of time to take a lot of breaks because you have to get from point A to point B, but I'll be happy to drive and meet you and hang out for a bit. Oh yeah, Lori, that won't be hard at all to put in. I put the regular roof vent in my camper. They're not that hard. And with the one you're wanting, it just has to be wired into the 12 volt. Oh, okay. Well, you should have stopped by, Juana. Yeah, we could have hung out. You could have come over here and hung out with me for the day. You can come visit. You can plug up to the shore power here. I can run you an extension cord out and an extension cord out to you, and you're welcome to come hang out and park and rest up for a little while. Yeah. Oh, I'll make us coffee. We can have all the coffee you want to make. Well, you're happier with one you convert yourself, Lori, I think. I always have been happier with stuff I do myself anyway. Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be fine, Juana. Yeah, that'll be great. Did you go downtown when you were here and check out all the stuff downtown? Oh, well, not really a doll, maybe an old doll. How's that? I'm one of them old dolls. But yeah, I can make us coffee, you know, 'cause you don't need to be spending no more than you need to when you're out on the road, and we can always cook something here. And um, oh, okay, Lori, hurry back, sweetie. But yeah, we can cook us some meal or something up here to eat. Make some spaghetti or something, and or I can put something on in the crock pot and have it ready. All right, Dan. Thank you, sweetie. Good to see you. I'll see you when you come back through again. No, I'm not on Facebook Messenger. Twitter. I've got a Twitter in this name that I'm in right now, Lipstick Hick. I've got Twitter. They've got Messenger on there. Um, or you can holler at me on my email, lipstickhick@gmail.com. Good morning, Lisa. Well, this whole area is national park. They put on my address that I'm in national park, and I'm not actually. Yeah, they've got a lot. There's a lot of sightseeing to do around here. There's a lot of stuff downtown. There's an alligator farm and a wax museum and all the bathhouses and a ton of little shops to go in and sightsee. You know, look around in them. And then they've got the hot spring up at the Arlington Park. There's just a lot of nice things to see. And then of course they've got the just out on the outskirts of Hot Springs, they've got your rock shops and where you can go dig for the crystals, the crystal mines, the Arkansas diamonds they call them. But there's a ton of, this is a tourist town, so there's a ton of stuff to tour and see here, if you're interested in the tourism part. That'd be great, Juana. I'll be looking forward to it. Like I said, you're more than. Oh yeah, this is a tourist. Google it, Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I'm out here on Lake Hamilton. Yeah, there's a lot. I've noticed the bathhouses look like they were opened back up the last time I drove through downtown a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, Granny's Kitchen is excellent spot downtown to have lunch. Uh, their blackberry pie is about the bomb in there. I like to get that and some ice cream and coffee. Then the old Pancake House is still downtown. These are restaurants that have been down there since I've been in this town over 30 years, and they're still there. Little local, you know, little local restaurants that put out pretty good food. You know, they're not your normal, you know, McDonald's and Wendy's and things like that. They're just little home local people spots. But they got a bunch of really cool stores, you know, where they sell a lot of tourist items, you know, T-shirts and things that say Hot Springs on them, that kind of stuff. Thank you, Juana. Yeah, I would really look forward to that. That'd be an excellent outing. Yeah, just let me know when you're uh, going to be heading this way, and I'll be expecting you. And we do have one dispensary here, Wanna Wander, in this town. What my old boss actually is the one that owns the dispensary, but we have one here in Hot Springs. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, the man that used to, the cook that used to work there many years ago, I used to live in his house. This long time ago, probably 20 years ago. No, it was longer than 20 years ago. That was more like 25 years ago. But he was the cook uh, for the Granny's Kitchen for many years. I'm not sure if he's passed away now or not, but oh, cool. Yeah, yeah, that'll be great. And my ex-boyfriend's sister used to be a waitress. She worked in Granny's Kitchen there forever too. So she probably knows your friend Leah, and your friend Leah probably knows her really well too. They're good people. I know a lot of good people in this town. Yep, just yeah, hit me up on the email, and I'll give you my phone number. That way, when you're getting close, you can always text me and let me know, and I can keep up with your travels and stuff, and we can talk from time to time when you get ready and get stopped and things, and see how things are going on your trip. I can't wait till I get out there and hit that road. Lordy be, I love traveling. I guess I was born and bred to be a nomad. I've traveled and lived around and moved. I moved a lot of places, even when my kids were small. We moved around a lot because I always had that nomad blood. I'm gonna go down here and poke my fire again real quick. Look, watch out, Sam. I'm not gonna set it on you, honey. got the fire stoked. I'm back, people. See the smoke coming out now. I think that wood was a little bit wet. That's why it's taking so long to catch today. So who else is in here that wants to chat? We've got 12 people in here. Don't forget to hit the like button, you guys. Got a little wind blowing. Oh, Lisa, that is cold. Good morning, Lynn. Okay, okay. Yeah, I checked out your new video, Lynn. That was pretty cool. At least no flooding. Yeah, it's been getting down to 68 at night here. We're not quite that cold yet, Lisa, but won't be long and it'll start getting down in the 50s and 60s here. Next month anyway. Yeah, my fire's going to take a little longer today because I think my wood was a little bit damp. Exactly, Lynn. Yep, exactly. I hate it when I see that flooding on your place because, boy, that's... How's your garden doing, Lynn? I wanted to ask you about that. Is your stuff still putting out? I see flames on the fire shooting up now around the wood, so Got a little wind blowing too, that's helping it. Yeah, Lisa, it won't get down cold here until we don't get our first freeze till Halloween. And then usually our winter don't really come until January, February. And usually then it's ice because we get rain and then it freezes. Yeah, I've still got a few turnip greens growing out there. And collards. I've got collards and turnips in mine still growing. And some tomatoes, bell peppers, and some another hotter pepper. Yeah, we don't get snow here, Lisa. We rarely get snow. And if we do, it's just a few flurries that'll blow in from somewhere else. But they'll melt before they hit the ground. We don't get a pile up or nothing of any snow here. I usually take and cut a few of those turnip greens and collards when I make a crock pot of vegetable soup, and I'll throw them in for flavoring because they and I like them once they get all cooked in. Yes, they are, Lynn. And it's been 20 years ago since we had that bad one, and I'm expecting another bad ice storm here this year, so get prepared. Get prepared for it. It's when the ice starts melting and it pulls these big old tall trees that are, especially these pines, it'll pull them right over to the ground, fall on top of your stuff, tear down power lines. It knocked, 20 years ago, the power was out just about all over this entire city. Power lines were down everywhere. Took them forever. I wasn't even living here. I had came back here to visit. I was living in Colorado, and I'd came back here to visit for the holidays. And Lordy, I brought Christmas presents down for the kids and the grandkids, and then I got stuck in it. Like I never got up out of here. I had to drive all the way to Little Rock and go around Hot Springs just to get out of here. Mmm. Oh, that does sound good, Lisa. They're actually just good. Take collard greens and some fresh green onion and cut it all up, and then cook your bacon, crumble your bacon in it, and then take that hot bacon grease and just pour over it. And eat it just like that. That hot bacon grease will cook them greens. It's actually prettier here than it is in Little Rock. I think it is anyway. Oh, Lynn, 20 years ago when we had that ice storm here, it was bad. A big pine tree fell across the end of my road down here, blocked my road up, fell across my mailbox, and I'm out there in the freezing cold. I had battery operated saws. The batteries all went dead because of the cold. The cold knocked the batteries dead. Ended up, my neighbor down the road drove by, and he went home and got a little handsaw, and I had to come get my handsaw because I couldn't saw it with nothing else. And me and him got out there in that freezing cold and cut that tree up and got it out of the road and off the mailbox. Well, it's prettier out here where I'm at, Lisa, because I'm out here by the lake. That's why I said that. Little Rock's a big, busy hustle bustle, kind of like Dallas. It's a little more low-keyed out this way. But you usually, if you come to Hot Springs, you either have to come in from Little Rock or from Malvern. Or you can come in from Oklahoma too. You can come in 70 east from Oklahoma and be 70 east. And you can come in here that way. Yeah, oh, I lived in Dallas. I lived all over Dallas for about 10 years. I've lived everywhere. Ain't much places I haven't lived. I like living in Texas though. Texas is nice. Okay, Lynn, don't work too hard, honey. You have a great day. It's good to see you again. I'll be watching for your videos. I've been watching this video. This guy's name's Dexter's World, and he lives in another country, but he raises chickens and rabbits and fish, and he has a monkey, a pet monkey, and a pet bat, actually. And he's got some dogs, and I've been watching his stuff lately. Oh, yeah, I don't like Fort Worth. I don't like living there. I guess the best place I lived in the Dallas area, the nicest was in Arlington. I lived out off I-20 in Arlington for a while, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice area there in Arlington. That's probably one of the nicer areas. I don't even like North Dallas. I worked in downtown Dallas for seven or 8 years. It was over 7, closer to 8 years, I guess. And then when I moved from there, I moved out to Trinidad, Texas, and I built me a store out there. I bought up 3/4 of a subdivision and built a store and lived out there for a while. And then I sold my store and all my property there when I moved here to Hot Springs. You know, one thing about trying to burn down a firewood so you can get your coals going, it sure does take a long time. I don't think the duck eggs are going to do very good. That's in the incubator for hatching. I've started off with like 14 or 16 eggs, and we're down to 4. All the rest of them weren't any good. They weren't even fertile. And so none of them may be fertile. These last 4 may not be any good either. If I get one duck out of it, I'll be damn lucky. But I'm hatching these for mine. But I do have another group of chicken eggs coming through, and there's at least 12 or 14 of them. So there'll be quite a few baby chicks hatching out soon. I had one little straggler that I kept here from that last batch, Lisa, and I named him Chicken Lips after that. Remember that name that comes in here sometimes, Chicken Lip Collector? I kind of like that name. And as soon as he was born, little bitty thing, I picked him up, started playing with him. He reached up and kissed me on the lips, pecked me right on the lips. So I called him Chicken Lips, or her. I think it's a hen, actually. But I named it Chicken Lips, and now I get it out of its little brooder every day and play with it. It pooped on me after when it was about maybe 2 days old. I think it finally learned to poop, and it pooped on me, so it did good. Oh, good morning, Skittles. How you doing? Oh, that's a little cute emote there. I love you too, Skittles. But anyway, so I get Chicken Lips out and play with him. He's getting tail feathers now, she is, whatever it is. But anyway, it's my pet. And so Chicken Lips won't be lonely here in a few more days. These chicken eggs will be hatching. I candled them, and most all of them look good. There was a couple of them that weren't fertile, so I tossed them already. So there's still quite a bit of them in there going to hatch. Ooh, I love turkeys, Lisa. Oh, yeah, Skittles, I'm doing real good. Skittles, I'm cooking a, well, I haven't put it on the fire yet, but I've got a pork loin that's marinating in some stuff right now, and it's going to go on this fire once I get these uh, pieces of firewood burnt down to make some coals in my smoker thing. Well, I'm going to throw it in there, and once I get it in there, then I'm going to go work on the camper the rest of the day. I actually need I got to go get 16 screws so I can put that table together. And I want to start doing some cleaning on some things in there. I don't know if I'm going to put the blue curtains back up or the green ones, but we'll see. Well, hello. Elaide Michael, is that your name? Am I saying it correct? Good morning. Oh, Lisa. Well, I got the pork loin because I went over to my place that gives me my government commodities, and I went to my church that always loads me up with stuff to give away. They give me 5 boxes of food, and they give me 5 blocks of cheese over there, and four of those boxes of food and 4 blocks of cheese I'm giving away. That's what that's for. One was for myself, and I'm trying to think. There was just all kinds of stuff in there. This place where I got the pork loin gave me 3 blocks of mild cheddar cheese. I got this orange juice that I'm drinking on today. There was a couple of those big jugs of grape juice. Cereal, everything in the world, beans and rice and chili. Oh, I got a ton of those bags of pre-made. They're supposed to be pre-made chili, but I always add everything into them. I just use them for a base. And beef stew. There's bags of chili and beef stew. Yeah, all that's going to end though. Are you Michael or Michelle? Anyway, all that's going to end after the election's over. Yep, it's more like Velveeta now. It used to be like American cheese, Lisa, years ago, but now it's usually Skittles. You could call your local DHS food stamp office, whoever gives out the EBTs. I don't get EBT or food stamps or any of that. But you could always call them, and they will know all of the food pantries and the commodity places in your area. They'll probably have a list that you could probably just go in there and ask them, and they'll hand you a printed out list that they do here. If I do go trick-or-treating, I'm just going to go down to the courthouse and trick-or-treat in there again this year. That's where I went last year, and I got a ton of candy. I got candy bars and everything. This lady that works in there at the desk, I like her. She's always real nice. I go in there and trick-or-treat, just talk to her. Those Skittles, canned goods, believe it or not, that stuff never runs. This is an over 18 chat, by the way. So if you're not 18, not to be rude, just please excuse yourself. Maybe Michael has kids in school. My kids are all grown. I've got great grandkids. I'm getting 2 more great grandbabies anytime now. Anytime now. 2 more boys. That'll make 15 great grands for me. And now the 15, there's only 2 girls. That'll make 13 boys and 2 girls. I don't know why they wear face masks at all. Thank you, Lisa. Well, like I said, if they're in here, underage, they're not supposed to be, because this is an over 18 year old chat. Yes, we're very well about the pandemic. I don't wear my mask unless I'm absolutely forced to, and actually I don't even have to wear a mask. Because if you have a medical condition that prevents you from having to wear it, you don't have to wear a mask. But I wear my mask because I don't want to catch something somebody else has. The only reason I wear one. I know I don't have no COVID. I was tested. Why, do you have corona? You got the COVID? Yeah, wash those hands a lot. I wash my hands and my feet uh, quite often during the day. Yeah, exactly, Skittles. Yeah, I don't want to catch no cooties either. That's the only reason I wear mine. Skittles, actually, I bought a mask. I paid about $15 for it, but it's got the ventilators in the sides, so you can actually breathe while wearing it. And I had to buy one of those because I can't breathe in a regular mask. I don't know. I'm not on Zoom. I don't go on Zoom. And when I go in Walmart, I always grab one of those sanitizing wipes and wipe my buggy thingy off and my hands, and uh, wipe stuff down, if it looks like somebody's handled it a whole lot. If you buy stuff in the back of the shelf and stuff that's up high on the higher up shelves, you don't get stuff that's been fingered over as much. I have no idea, Michael. You'll have to Google how to get on Zoom meetings. I don't use Zoom, so I have no idea. Yep, I agree, Lisa. Or somebody pretending to be underage so they can come in and try to get my channel shut down. It ain't gonna work though. My channels are always flagged for not for underage kids, and my channels are flagged for over 18. So whatever they're trying, it ain't gonna work. They can get the hell out. Lisa, did you see? I think Evan triggered fakers again. Oh, really, Lisa? That's good to know. How's that, Lisa? Thank you. We just boom them right out of here. I don't know who that person is anyway, so we're not going to miss them. Ooh, Skittles, that is cold. I'm not kidding you. Mm. This morning, there was a video up this morning after Evan put the one on there about his bike stopping on him last night. Fakers rushed right out and made a video. It don't take much to trigger old Fakers, I tell you. Fakers jumps right in there with this stuff. Actually, I've been wearing shorts, but actually I've got on a pair of thin leggings today. And it's not hot here today. We've got a little breeze blowing. I had my sweatshirt on this morning. I took it off. I got a little too hot. I was running around doing things. I'm gonna go down there and see if my fire needs stoked again. It's still smoking, but the fire ain't catching very good. Probably because my wood's wet. I woke up 3 times during the night, Lisa, but it's because I went to bed too early. I went to bed early last night. I was tired. I moved a 5/8 inch thick 4x8 sheet of plywood yesterday from the camper all the way into the mobile home. And then I went and found that shelf on the side of the road. It's a big, heavy wood shelf, and it's still in my van. I'm waiting on my son to get here to help me unload it. I dropped it on my toe, smashed my toe. My toe was bleeding, but I got it loaded up. It was brand new, or I'd have just left it there where I found it, but it was brand new and it was thrown away, so I nabbed it up. If nothing else, I can always take it and turn it into something else if I wanted to. I'm gonna go down here and stoke this fire though. I'm gonna get me some more of these pieces of this bark and put on there. Maybe it'll catch a little quicker. Yep, I think this bark will work. Okay, I've got it stoked again. Yeah, actually my toe still has a little bit of dried blood on it. I just thought I'd let it heal up and then I'll soak it off. He's mostly been, nobody lets him on their panels anymore. He gets on Jose's. But that's about the only time I see him around anymore. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. He was at Tattly's place. Him and Tattly had a falling out and he left there. He's probably somewhere there close by, but he's not at her place anymore. Sam and Jose have a people problem. They don't seem to get along too well with people they visit. I don't know why Sam doesn't go get his hip fixed. He's got medical insurance. He could go get that hip of his repaired. But I think he's afraid if he does that they'll cut his check off and he won't have no income. Bear bait. Yeah, I don't know. He's staying kind of on the down low right now. He doesn't want people knowing where he's at, but he's working with Jose. I can tell you that. Him and Jose are in on all their little dirty work they're doing behind the scenes to people. They're working it together. You know, we always wondered why they didn't hook up and travel together. Maybe he transferred his SSI to another state, Skittles, to where they don't track it. Because I thought he had that warrant, actually is a probation violation in Indiana. But he gets SSI. That's the only way he's got an income to live, you know. Not that I'd want to see anybody lose their income, but he could get his hip fixed. I've got a new hip. I like my new hip just fine. My other hip's still good, or I'd have went and had it replaced with titanium. I don't know how some of these people get away with all the crap they get away with. Huh. Now I know if you go to jail and you're in jail for more than 30 days, they'll whack that check off in a quickness. That's why Sam had to hurry up and get out of jail that last time when he got locked up in Alabama. He didn't want to be in there for a long period of time because he didn't want to lose his check. Yep, Lisa. Yeah, if they go to jail, but you got to be in jail more than 30 days before they'll whack it off. Yep. I know that because I know people here that's went to jail for 30 days and lost their check, and then when they get out, they just go get it reinstated again. But Sam doesn't get his hip fixed because he doesn't want to lose that check. Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah, I know people around here too that's went through that. I'm finally officially old age, Lisa. Social Security sent me the letter called the Right to Work. Once you reach a certain age, you have the right to work. Huh. They don't shut it down here if you have a warrant, Skittles. Maybe that's just in certain states. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people here in this town that gets a check that's got warrants for them. Yep, if you're in 30 days, they'll whack it off, though. I don't think just because you have a warrant they will, though. You have to actually be incarcerated for 30 days. And if you're a felon and you have felony convictions here, I think that's most everywhere. They don't allow you to sign up for Section 8 housing either. Hmm. Did they stop your check, Skittles? Actually, I don't think that's legal. Boy, I wish that fire would just get on up and burn. It's probably going to be noon before that thing even gets partially burnt down to where I can. Damn, I'd have looked into that, Skittles. I really don't think that's legal. Because they don't do it here. They don't do that in a lot of places. I think you should look into that. I don't even think that's legal. I'm not giving advice because I don't know. I'm just saying I would look into it. Oh, I've been there. I've been to Niagara. That's in Buffalo. And yeah, it is pretty darn cold there this time of year, actually. Really cold. I like New York though. If it was a little bit warmer of a state, I wouldn't even mind living in New York. Hmm. Well, just around here, they don't do that around here, Skittles. Because like I said, I've known people that's had warrants that they still get their checks, and there's some people here that go in and out of jail on a constant basis, but because they're not actually incarcerated for more than 30 days, they don't lose their checks. Oh yeah. Are they letting people cross the border there, Skittles, back and forth across the border, or no? Is all that shut down tight because of the COVID? Okay, Lisa, hurry back, honey. Yeah, I figured they did, Skittles. They're real funny about all that border crossing right now. They don't want people coming in and out of the United States from any of the borders. Yeah, they're not letting. Oh, good morning, Mo. How are you today? Yeah, they're not even letting us get stuff direct from China. Oh, good morning, hubby. Look here. I want to show you. Look here. Look at my present. My birthday present from my hubby. Isn't that great? And it's pretty. It's loud. I love it. Yeah, this new phone I got doesn't have very good volume on it, and I don't know why. The volume on it sucks. And so I like to listen to my music from this other new phone. It's not very loud, and so now I can Bluetooth it to this nice big Bluetooth speaker and play my music. And oh, I love it. I don't just like it, I love it. I probably looked at every Bluetooth speaker they had on Amazon. And this one, you can put an SD card into it. If you've got pre-recorded music onto an SD card, you can pop it right in here and just play your music out of the speaker, and it'll play for 5 hours straight on a charge. And then that way you don't even have to connect it up via Bluetooth. Oh, it's super nice. It is super nice, and it's heavy. It's made of wood, so it won't vibrate. And it's like, those they make these little bitty small cheapy ones, but this one's really super nice. I mean, this to me this is the nicest one they actually make. It's got 4 speakers coming out of it, and then it's got a hole in one end, which cuts down on the vibration, to let it out of the box. Uh, so it's pretty nice, pretty nice. Yes, I noticed this morning, Evan, that you sure trigger fakers awful early. I laughed my butt off. Good afternoon, Ann. Oh, it is, Mo. You could. It's a really nice gift. It's super nice. But yeah, Evan had fakers all triggered this morning. I laughed. I thought that was so funny. Boy, fakers couldn't wait to make a video. I love to see Evan. If somebody can get triggered pretty quick, Evan can do it. I tell you, he's the best one at setting a trigger I ever seen in my life.
Being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live. Them hoes hate under my pictures on the gram. Bitch, you better hope I never run across your man.
Pure psycho, I tell you, at its finest. But yeah, I want to congratulate Evans on the triggering of Fakers so early this morning. We had some people inquisitive as to Sam's whereabouts and all that earlier, and I thought all I could tell them is that I know that Sam and Jose are working together because uh, Sam, no, hardly nobody lets them on their panels anymore, but Jose. I think Jose would let anybody on their panel if they could get a view off of them, or think he's going to get a contribution. I missed all the live videos last night. Good morning, Red Road. Good to see you. Yeah, and it was turned private by the time I woke up, so I did not get to see it. So, uh, oh, okay, good. Well, hopefully, maybe I go to bed so early because I'm usually. Yesterday I was really tired. I did a lot of hard lifting yesterday, and I was really tired, so I went to bed really early. Just about dark, I went to bed yesterday. Skittles. He'd like to nail Jose's tongue to a tree. I think that's funny. Oh, did you break your hip, Ann? The same shit, different day. Haters hating and retaliation videos and things of that nature. You know, the same old stuff that's always going on in this community. You didn't miss much. It's all a rerun anyway. And if anybody's having a, a crisis in their life, then you know the haters will jump on it right away and make a video about it. You know, it's just sad that they thrive on other people's hardships. I hope your hip heals well, Ann. You know, right after actually I came home from the hospital. You got to be careful because I developed a subdural hematoma, Ann, on the side of my hip. It looked like the size of two grapefruits. It was big and nappy. Yes, Mo. He's the dog thief. And then the dog that he stole. Let's see. He's let the dog fly out of his car window, driving 70 mile an hour. About killed it then. Uh, let's see. On a live stream not too long ago, he grabbed it up and threw it in the back of his vehicle, just as hard as he could throw it. You know. So yeah, that's like I said. It's about the. Yeah, you got to lay around, Ann, for a while because you do not want to develop a subdural hematoma. That's for sure. And if you develop one, you'll just get a lump that pops up somewhere. That lump will be a big, gigantic blood clot's what it is. And if it busts, it will kill you instantly. You don't play around. So yeah, you just need to lay around and rest and let that thing heal. Don't try to don't try to push and do too much and none of that. Yeah. Yeah, hubby, I'm gonna plug up my Bluetooth box out there at the camper after a while. After I get this meat, I'm gonna cook this pork loin on this grill. I've got the fire going. I'm trying to get the coals burning down on it, and I'm gonna put the meat on there. Oh my God, Skittles! I don't think you missed much at all, Red Road. Yeah, they didn't see. I didn't have to go to a rehab. I laid around the hospital a few days and then I just came home. But yeah, Skittles, that would be some stinking stank, I tell you. Well, wintertime's coming up. Maybe they won't. He won't stink as bad, in the wintertime. You stinks worse in the summer cause of all the sweating. Boy, I'm just hoping that fire gets to catching pretty good. I see flames coming up underneath of it now, so maybe it'll burn down. It's still got a few pieces up on the top. I want it all to burn down and turn into kindling, turn into some coals before I put my meat on. Well, I don't think he has anybody ever getting up next to him. And oh, Mo, I hope you ain't got COVID again. I didn't. I had a COVID test done here recently, but I did not have it. Oh, so you ended up with the blood clot in your lung. Yeah, mine just formed on the side of my hip. Oh, Mo, I hate to hear that, sweetie. I hope you get feeling better. Do you have a one of those vaporizer machines, updraft machine, Mo? Because those really help. I got on antibiotics. I had bronchitis, and I took my antibiotics and did my breathing treatments, and I got feeling better in just a couple days. Well, you need to get you a machine so you can do breathing treatments, Mo, if you don't already have one, because those really they help a lot. Do about 4 breathing treatments a day. Well, I got some strange birds flying around today. That's an unusual bird sound. I haven't seen the geese flying south yet. Leaves are falling like crazy. They're just falling right now, hitting me, and I got the umbrella over the table, stopping a lot of that. I'll take the umbrella down here later on before it gets too cold, and I'll put it away so it doesn't weather. That's how I keep my umbrellas from deteriorating. Yeah, probably because New York's close to a outer border. I think a lot of that comes in from traffic from other countries. And your border states that are close to a border that borders the outer part of the United States are the ones that get hit the hardest. And of course your bigger states. Yeah, an air purifier, that'll help. That'll help a lot. But you need an updraft machine. I call them an updraft machine. Breathing treatments is what they call them. If you go to the doctor or the hospital, that's what they usually give you there is a breathing treatment. And I put albuterol and a liquid steroid in mine, and it helps cure me right up. And that's what I was having was the sore throat and stuff. You may just have bronchitis. Uh, yeah, when I had it, yeah, 'cause I was sick, but I didn't let it get real bad. I went out and got the antibiotics. I started the breathing treatments even before I went to the doctor and got the antibiotics, so I was ahead of it a little bit. Oh, that's good, Mo. That's what you need to do. That way so you can rest. Yep, Skittles. Well, I heard an update that I don't know when though, but evidently we are going to get another stimulus check, another $1,200 check. So I just don't know when it's going to get sent out. I haven't heard that yet, but I think they are. They did kick us in the package to get another stimulus check, and they're trying to get the 400 a week for the unemployment, I believe. I think up until January on the unemployment. They should have doubled up our stimulus money due to the fact that we were already supposed to have another stimulus check and did not get one. I think they should have gave us $2,400. Yep, Skittles, I agree. Revelations has got the whole thing in there. That's good, Mo. Tell them you need to be on antibiotics. They say antibiotics doesn't cure COVID, but in case you've got bronchitis, it will help, it will cure that. Yeah, but we really don't care, Skittles. I guess as long as we get something. Yeah, they need to hurry, Red Road. Yeah, they're still haggling it, but all I'm saying is we all need that money. We I mean not desperately, but we need it. We need it pretty quick. We don't need them to wait around any longer. We need it this month. We needed it last month. People that need it. And they still don't know how they're going to work out the rental assistance, Red Road. People's getting evicted from their houses. They don't even know how they're going to do that yet. Oh, it's chilly here today. I got on a pair of leggings today. Yeah, I don't even use currency, Skittles. I use plastic. That's what they're going to anyway. So I don't I do have a jar with some change in it. Uh, but it's probably not going to be worth anything eventually anyway, so I don't even know why I'm keeping it. I probably should just cash it all in and get rid of it. But I thought I'd keep some. Maybe I'll bury it in one of those time capsules so that somebody can find it later on in life and go, wow, they had money back then. Is anybody going to bury a time capsule on their property? Well, yeah, 'cause they're worth billions of dollars. These are all millionaires that, and they're trying to control how we get a few little, a pissy little $1,000 check. They don't need $1,000. They're billionaires. Exactly, Carlos. Red Road. Yeah, actually, I dug a robe out. I've got a robe in there. I found one. That's what I'd like to do, Skittles. I'd like to go panning for some gold. And yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to climb in and out up 4 steps, and then up on the porch, and then up on another step. So it's actually 6 steps in and out with my broke hip. And they're not short steps either. They're like 6, 8 inches apart. They're tall. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you've had a broke hip, I tell you. Well, my hip isn't just pinned back on with pins. I got a whole new titanium hip knuckle, and then I've got a titanium rod that connects to that goes all the way to my kneecap because my whole femur bone or whatever it is was shattered. So I got a whole new leg just about. Okay, Mo, you need to get some rest anyway, sweetie. You go rest up, and I'll talk to you later. You can just listen to us. Oh, I'd love to do that, Skittles. No joke about that. I would really love to. I gotta go poke this fire again. It's surely not. I'm gonna take a few more pieces of this bark down there and drop on it. Oh. Oh, that's a nice piece. I'm digging around in this stuff here to get some bark. I'll probably come up here and rake this up in a minute and see what all I can get out of here to put in my fire. I'm trying to get it to burn down quicker. It's not doing a very good job of it. It's in my eyes. I'm gonna put some leaves on it, I guess. Okay. Well, I stoked it up again, trying to get that stuff burning down. Oh, okay, Skittles. Oh, the birds are great. I've had some different birds sounding out here today. Some I've never heard before. Yeah, Red Road, he did a video. Anytime Fakers does a video, it's because somebody triggered it. That's triggering at the finest. So what do y'all got planned for today? Any good plans? Red Road, what are you going to be doing today? I'm going to cook this meat and then I'm going to go tinker around. I've got the camper opened up so the paint can dry up a little bit more. I've got a few more touch-ups to do in there, and up underneath where I moved that plywood off of where I'm going to put the table back in. I'm going to paint in around that. I've got enough of that paint left to finish that up. Oh, I picked up a Red Road. I went and got my white, my white satin for the ceiling to finish that little spot on the ceiling and do my touch-up around the trim where I accidentally bumped some of that gray on it painting. So I've got some touch-up. So I went and got me a quart of that for my touch-up. And also they had a quart of a green-looking color. I'm trying to think. It's hard to even describe what the color. It kind of sort of looks like the color of this patio umbrella. But anyway, I got that. I thought I'll paint something or do some touch-up, or I might even put stripes on my camper with it. I really don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. But they had it for $5 on the clearance. And so I got it. It was for a quart. It's a quart of it. It ain't a whole lot. Oh, you're giving your daughter a shower? Well, that's nice. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I need to clean my refrigerator out. I need to defrost it, and I need to clean it out. But every time I can't get to because I keep having too much stuff in there that's going to ruin if I take it out. Ann's going to hold down her chair so it don't float up to the ceiling. And I've still got to measure these holes in this barrel so I can get those plugs. I looked at some, they had a couple down there 2-inch plugs, but to me, I don't know, they didn't look big enough. I'll have to measure this hole again in my barrel, and because they want like almost $4 just for a dang plug. I should find me some kind of plastic something and just patch them holes over. I think I'd be better off doing that. Put some silicone around it and take some screws and screw it up on there, and I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. It's going to be less money. It won't take long to do it, and I think that's what I'm probably going to do. I got to go get me another caulking thing of silicone. I've got some caulk, but I don't have any of the silicone type left. I've got to go get some more. I keep forgetting that too. Silicone's always good to have. I'm looking here to see if anybody else is doing a live stream. It's been a little bit slow in here today. Well, I got some flames coming up in my fire again and a lot of smoke, so maybe it'll catch and get to burning this time.
Don't worry about it, Kathy. I would say that. I mean, you've all seen the tattoo. You know what time it is. Yeah, I am switching out the bandage 2-3 times a day. If you watch the video, yes, for sure, apple cider vinegar. I actually had apple cider vinegar added to the turmeric to help pull.
Actually, I've got on oh, Carlos. No, my fire, I haven't got anything on my fire yet. I'm still trying to get it burnt down to coals. And I'm not cooking burgers. I wish it was burgers, though. I like burgers. I'm cooking a pork loin.
Like I said, redness, pinkness has not expanded any farther. Haven't really noticed much repeat. I was only able to put one batch of turmeric on it so far. I do plan on putting another.
Yeah, as soon as the coals gets down a little bit more, it's starting to catch underneath now. So as soon as it burns down a little bit more, I'll be able to put it on the grill. I've already got it wrapped up and all the seasonings and stuff in around it. I use lemon juice. Lisa, you know them sweats are sexy, girl. You cooking burgers, Carlos? Is that what you got on your grill today? I need to go in there and get some hot dogs. Bring out here and go ahead and cook me a hot dog. Yeah, I'd like cheese on my burgers too. And bread and butter pickles. You got bread and water. I don't even know if my bread's any good. I gotta go look. I buy bread in advance and then usually it starts molding before I get to use it and I ended up throwing it away because I don't eat a lot of bread. But I've got some tortillas in there. I can wrap a hot dog in a tortilla. Oh, Lisa, I'd rather be beat than go to the grocery store. I'm not kidding. That's the reason I try to only do groceries once a month to get my necessities that I gotta have. But I dug around in my stockpile stuff and I found me another jar of instant coffee. I've got plenty of coffee to perk coffee, but I make instant when it's just me because one cup of coffee lasts me 2 days. I keep it in the refrigerator. It doesn't go bad. And one cup of coffee will last me 2 days. But it's actually a 2 cup size cup, so that's pretty good. I've been cutting back on the caffeine. I'll be right back. I'm going to run in and grab some hot dogs. I found hot dogs and Dijon mustard made with white wine. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to go down here and get my fork and stick them on here and cook them real quick. I'm back. I'm sniffly because I've been breathing flames, fire, smoke. Oh. Anyway, I got some hot dogs on there cooking, and I'm just going to eat them. I didn't even go look at the bread, by the way. I'd rather just take the hot dog and squirt mustard on it and chew it right up just like that. I'm anxious to see how good this Dijon mustard tastes, though. Mmm, 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 mmm. It's excellent, you guys. Ooh, it's spicy. Really good. And it's made with white wine, it says. Oh, did you get it done, Red Road? You got it paid for then. Good deal. Oh, okay. Did they get that address thing straightened out with the 911? Did you call them? Is that what they said? Is that... Oh, okay. So it's going to take them about 2 months. Yeah, see, I knew. Anytime you want to establish an address, you have to establish it with 911. Otherwise, the Google Maps and all the Google stuff can't even find it. You have to get it all verified with 911 and set up with them first. Because that's how you get your address. See, I'm glad I know things, huh? Oh, I'll be happy to do it. Yeah, just uh, I could show you how ahead of time without doing a live, or you can do a practice live ahead of time so you can kind of learn everything. There's not a whole lot. It's pretty easy. It's just a web browser. It's not even an app. And it's StreamYard, no S on it. When you go looking it up, don't forget, don't put the S on it. It's StreamYard.com. And you have to turn your web browser to desktop version in the settings and you have to use Chrome. You need to use Chrome. Now on, believe it or not, on the iPad, it won't let me use Chrome. I have to use another web browser on iPad. But on Android, you have to use Chrome. And that'll get you started. And then once you get that going, then I can help you from there. I'm going to check these hot dogs, though. This hot dog isn't all the way done, but it's warm, and I'm gonna eat it. I like my hot dogs kind of burnt black almost. It'll have you connected. It'll ask you what if you want to connect it to YouTube or Facebook. It'll ask you. Once you get it going, Red Road, you can use another phone or something you have, and you can moderate them from a different device, as long as you're in there on the same name. What I do is I've been running it on my laptop or my iPad, and then I control it from my phone. I do all the modding and unmodding and all that. I figured out you can do it from just direct from your phone. All you do is tap a name in chat, and it'll give you the options to do it. Okay, Ann, I hope your hip gets better, sweetie. You go get some rest. Well, hot dog with Dijon mustard is great, by the way. I love hot dogs and bologna. My two favorite meats. You'll have to wait until they come into your chat, and then you'll be able to tap on their name and make them a moderator. And if it jumps or skips and mods the wrong person, then you'll have to go back and undo it and unmod them and then do it again. Because you know, if the chat's going very fast, sometimes it'll skip, and you'll accidentally mod the wrong person or unmod the wrong person. So I'm having orange juice and wieners. Oh, hello, David. How are you today? I'm getting ready to put some food on the grill. I've got some hot dogs over there cooking right now. And I've been trying to get this wood to cook down and make some coals. I've got a little bit of coals forming in there now. So I can probably go ahead and it's a pork loin's what it is. And I can probably go ahead and put it in. And it'll just slow cook today. I got the boys a hot dog. Ah, Lordy B. Oh, me too, David. Well, I didn't get these hot dogs cooked really well, but they're cooked. And I'm going to eat them. But I went ahead and set the pork loin inside the grill. So the hot smoke is going to start cooking it. It shouldn't flare up because I've got the lid down on it, and then I've got the that thing that regulates the smoke, the heat. I've got it opened about halfway up for right now. The vent so I can get plenty of air. I like the little small live streams lately without all the trash people coming in. I had a couple of nice trolls in earlier. It was good to see them again. I hadn't seen them in a while. Well, you always have to make sure you hit the go live button. Oh, I got you. Red Road, I got your text, by the way. And you know, and the funny thing is well, I'll tell you in a minute. What you was telling me about. Hmm. Send me the link to that, Red Road, because I'm not finding it. Hey, Dustin. Yeah, I'm doing great this morning. How are you? Oh, I had a great birthday, Dustin. It was just fabulous, actually. I had cake and ice cream, and my friends sent me gifts, and it was a great birthday. Couldn't ask for a better one. Yeah, Red Road, send me the link to that.
Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live. Hoes hate under my pictures on the gram. Bitch, you better hope I never run across a man. Fuck being good, I'm a bad bitch.
Yep, it must already be gone, Red Road. I'm just not finding it. Everything else is went to private already. Oh, I'm checking on your live chat. And now, anybody, listen, you can go back over to your live chat. People are commenting in there. Okay, listen, go back over to your live chat, and any of the names that are in there that you like, that you want to be mods, I typed in there so you can see me. All you got to do is tap the name. Nobody's a mod yet, not even me. So I'm in there, Carlos Z is in there, Joe's in there. That's the only ones I think you probably might want to make a mod, but you can go over there to the chat part of it and just click their name and hit add moderator, and it should mod them. And that's all I can tell you about that right now. And I gave you a like. I'm just checking out what's going on here. And okay,
Huh?
oh, okay, I got you. Now see,
Okay,
all you got to
don't
do
see
is
nobody yet.
all you got to do is tap on
There we go.
the
Okay, I
names.
gotta tap on the name.
Yeah, tap.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right, I tapped on it. That ain't working. Allison's there. And I'm not hearing anything either. All you got to do is tap on the name.
Can you still hear me? My battery's about to die on my iPad. So.
Alright, I tapped on it. It ain't working. Allison's there. I'm not hearing anything either.
We'll push down on their name and hold it down for a second.
I can.
I'm going to shut mine off.